Yo guys, what up? In this video I'm going to show you how I did this. Using this. And this is basically also all the gear that I used. The main thing when you're out filming and doing filming at night is you still got to take care of the light. There still needs to be an amount of light coming in because again the sensors are very small on these cell phones, so filming at night is a very difficult challenge. Before I had any anamorphic lenses, I would actually go out and film when I was using Filmic Pro all the time. I would film at night just to see what I can do as far as how much light I can get away with that I didn't need and how much light I needed to get a really good clean image. Again, if your ISO is cranked up really high, you're going to get that noise in the image. So I tend to try to keep my ISO as low as possible. And this video, like I said, I had it about 800, and then my shutter speed was 1/48. And I would use my shutter speed if I was in a scene where it was slightly too dark. I would knock that 148 down to one level, maybe 138. And it will brighten things up just a little bit to get a little bit more light in there instead of having to crank my ISO up, because the higher you go on ISO, the more digital noise you're going to get, and you don't really want that in your footage. My main objective in this video was to shoot with the UskeyVision 1.55 anamorphic lens. All the other anamorphic lenses I have are 1.33, so this is my first one that's at a 1.55. I wanted to see the difference. I'll throw up here, you can see the difference between the 1.55 and the 1.33. The 1.55 is a lot wider, and the actual lens distortion is a little bit more stronger too. Yeah, this lens is pretty cool. Again, it also comes with a nice little hard case, just like the Usky 75mm macros lens did, which I was quite surprised. Also, it does have a universal clip on here. You don't need a special case. It's very much like the ULANZI lens, except for the strength is a little bit more stronger. You also will get a nice little cap here on the front and on the back. And you know what, as far as the finish, it's a blue flare on all the flares, which you can see in the video. One thing that I do notice that this lens flares very strongly, and to me this lens feels very much similar to the ULANZI lens. Again, as far as in the center, it's fairly sharp, and on the edges it gets a little bit more blurry, and then you get a lot of that basically that distortion, that lens distortioning happening. Out of almost all my anamorphic lenses, I feel that the MoonDog Labs is the sharpest out of all of them, even compared to the Moment. I would think it would go MoonDog Labs being the sharpest with my Moment, and then the ULANZI lenses and the Usky lenses kind of falling right in between up there. So it does, like I said, the flares are very strong. I noticed inside of the when I was shooting that night, it was picking up a lot of flares. Yeah, one thing that when you do mount these type of lenses, to be sure, when you have your phone like this, the lens is also horizontal, is lengthwise. When you go to mount your lens, I had some people who were asking, should it be in this position or this position? You want it to be in the long position. Now, I have experimented before with portrait mode and shooting with it like this, where my flares are off to the side, and then I actually reversed it and went downwards, and my lens flares will be up and down. So you know, you can experiment with it, but typically when you're filming with the phone, you want to have the lens in the horizontal mode, also matching the length of the actual device. I actually really haven't found out what look I like more, the 1.33 or the 1.55 yet. I'm going to do some more shooting to really decide, and I really think it depends on what you really want. Do you want a strong anamorphic look versus a subtle anamorphic look? The subtle will be more on the 1.33 side, and the strong will be more on the 1.55 side. So I think that's pretty much like how it's basically going as far as the strength of the anamorphicness. I don't know if is that a word. So I'm really excited about this lens here. Again, I'm going to do some more shooting with this, the 1.55. I'm not sure if I'm liking exactly which one I'm going to like more or at least, but I can tell you when this is a unique look, and I really do like it. So with my next shoot here, again, you got to keep filming, man. You got to get out and keep filming, and that's the only way you're going to get better. I just recently picked up a Pro Mist here. I'm using a Pro Mist black 1/4, and I'm going to pair that with this and really see what kind of footage I can get at night using the Pro Mist. If you're not familiar with a Pro Mist, it takes the light and it basically diffuses it. You'll get these nice little halos around the lights and stuff. So I'm really excited about that tonight. I'm gonna probably go out and grab a couple more shots. So make sure you stay tuned for that, guys. Also, you will get some behind the scene footage for those of you on my email list. That email will be coming to you shortly, and you'll get to see that a lot of that stuff comes before it comes to YouTube. So down in the description, there is an email list. You guys wanna enjoy that and get some exclusive stuff. Also, another thing that really helped out with me filming this night footage, which made things a lot more easier for me, was using this ULANZI, what is this thing called, the PT14 screen mirror. It came in clutch. There was one shot where I got kind of close to my face and I wanted to see what the bokeh looked like in the lens in the background. To set that shot up before I had this lens, this mirror here, it would I would have to film it, set the focus, review the footage, okay, try it again and like back and forth. It'll take a couple of shots. Now with that mirror, I can just look up at the mirror, okay, it's in focus, boom, hit record. It took one take and I had it, and I was like, man, this thing is so clutch. So take a look at this video, guys, if you're interested in taking a look at the ULANZI screen mirror. It's fantastic little piece of equipment that really helps you guys to just go when especially when you're out doing these run and gun situations. Do you have an anamorphic lens? Do you have a 1.55 or the 133? Which is your favorite? And if you're interested in buying an anamorphic lens, let me know down in the comments. If you guys have any comments or concerns, I can basically try to get and answer those questions for you guys. Again, if you like what I do here, I do have a link down there. You can buy me a cup of coffee. If not, smash that like, share this video out. I'll catch you in the next one. Keep filming. It's the only way you'll get better. Peace. Guys, so here's going to be my settings for this night run that I'm going to do here using MC Pro. I've already got my ISO set up to 800. Shutter frame is going to be 1/48. Now, since I'm going to be filming in the dark here, I am going to change the gamut. And first of all, let me do my color balance. Put that around to 50. Let's just go 52 around there. I'm going to change my gamut to wide gamut, a wide gamut. I always kind of use cine gamut, but I typically use these. And then I'm going to go ahead and change this to, let's go this time. I'm going to try something different here. I think I always use cine on film. And you know, I'm going to stick with what I know. Let's go to cine on film. Now that's just going to give me a lot more to save, especially when we're filming in the dark. Now you can see the flares already happening. I got the anamorphic lens on here, so we're going to change my settings for that. I'm going to do everything at 1080. You know what? Let's go ahead and crank it up to 2K. No, I don't have enough space on my phone at the moment. We'll keep it at HD. And then I'm running 240 because I'm using Samsung Note 8. That's the most I can get on it. Then I'm going to turn my de-squeezing. I'm using a new lens here. I'm using a 1.5 lens. I have 1.33s. I'm going to go to 1.55, which is a lot more. You're going to see a lot more on the wide here. And I'm going to use that, and I think we're all set to go here. So this is basically what I'm going to do. I'll probably be going in and higher on my ISO depending on how dark it is. Right now at the moment the scene is not that dark where I'm at. We got lights here, so I can crank the ISO kind of low. So yeah, let's get into it.